NASA has been at the forefront of space exploration. The company has made countless discoveries in recent years, helping scientists to uncover some of the secrets of our universe. NASA has been open about the fact that there's hundreds of billions of planets within the Milky Way galaxy alone, with NASA experts saying that that number may be even higher, which greatly increases the chances of there being life on other planets. NASA have said that they don't deny the possibility of there being life elsewhere in the universe, but have said that they've never seen anything in current data and photographs that would suggest that life is close by. Interestingly, former NASA employees have gone against these claims, saying that the space agency often photographs strange things above our planet, and that they've known about these strange crafts for many years now. To back up their claims, these former workers have said that they've got photographs with strange objects in them, and have told people to watch things like the International Space Station live cameras, telling people to pay attention to what happens when one of these objects comes into view. These workers are referring to the fact that whenever a strange object is detected by the International Space Station, the cameras seemingly go offline, with believers saying that this isn't an isolated incident, and that whenever one of these objects is detected, the cameras always shut down, leading some to say that NASA is actively trying to hide these mysterious crafts. It's important to note though that NASA has said that these objects are not crafts, and that these cameras just so happen to shut off when these pieces of debris are detected, saying that this is a coincidence. Back in 2017, former NASA astronomer Marian Rudnick detailed his encounter with 4 mysterious crafts, saying that he was sitting in a diner and saw 4 crafts break through the cloud line. As he got outside, he managed to take some photographs and then sent them off to get authenticated. The United States Air Force replied and said that the photographs were genuine, and that 4 strange objects had been in the sky that day. One interesting story which involves the dark side of the moon is that of Carl Wolf. Former US Air Force Sergeant Carl Wolf is perhaps best known for saying that he saw photographs of a base on the moon. Carl worked at Tactical Air Command at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia during the 1960s, and is thought to have been involved in projects that were classified. He was recently involved in a bike crash from which he didn't survive. Carl had made the extraordinary claims back in 2001, and stated that the photographs he saw proved that extraterrestrial structures were on the far side of the moon. Going back, he worked as a photographic surveillance technician. This meant that he worked with the machines that process video footage. He claims, however, that on one particular occasion, he was asked to review some images. When he looked, he could see that they were taken during a recent lunar mission. While there, another employee asked him to take a look at another photograph. These were the ones that showed a mysterious base on the moon. Carl said the following about the incident. He pulled out one of these mosaics and showed this base which had geometric shapes. There were towers, there were spherical buildings, and there were very tall towers and things that looked somewhat like radar dishes, but they were very large structures. End quote. After seeing these photographs, he thought that the discovery was going to make it to the news. However, he soon realized that the news never broke. He then thought that the discovery must have been covered up. Wolf said that on one occasion he was taken into a dark room where they put together images to create mosaics. He said the following. They were doing 35mm strips of film at the time, which were then assembled into 18.5 by 11 mosaics. Those strips were from successive passes around the moon, and they would build up a photograph. We walked over to one side of the lab and he said, "By the way, we've discovered a base on the back side of the moon." At that point I became terrified, thinking to myself that if anybody walks in the room I know we'd be in jeopardy, because he's given me information he shouldn't. Then he pulled out one of these mosaics and showed me this base which had geometric shapes. End quote. As mentioned, these comments were picked up by news outlets a few years back, and it was announced that not long after he passed away after being involved in a bike crash. Another person who came forward with their testimony was Dr. Ken Johnson, who was a consultant and was employed by NASA, working in the Lunar Receiving Laboratory in 1971. He details that one important part of his job was to package and ship lunar samples to science labs. While working at NASA though, he details that he witnessed NASA photo technicians painting over mysterious anomalies, adding that some of these were mysterious flying objects that had been captured during Apollo missions. He said that he witnessed these anomalies firsthand, and that it wasn't just unidentified objects that were being edited, but other strange anomalies that had been captured on the moon were also erased. According to former NASA engineer James Oberg, he said that people shouldn't believe in these stories, and that NASA and astronomers can explain the majority of these cases. He said the following: "Our human senses are so used to focusing on relatively slow-moving objects, as well as certain light and atmosphere conditions, that when things change our brains get confused. Our sensory system is functioning absolutely perfectly for Earth conditions, but we're still a local civilization. Moving beyond our neighborhood has been visually confusing. I've had enough experience with real spaceflight to realize that what's being seen in many videos is nothing beyond the norm, from fully mundane phenomena occurring in unearthly settings." End quote. So what do you make of these interesting stories? And do you think that there's life elsewhere in the universe? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.